Here with me now, former federal prosecutor and CNN legal analyst Shan Wu. Happy holidays to you, Shan.
Happy holidays, Fred.
So what will the Judiciary Committee focus on as it seeks to prepare these articles of impeachment?
They're going to focus on what evidence they've already put forward to the American people of specific instances of misconduct, the campaign finance aspects, abuse of power, obstruction of Congress, and generally obstruction of justice as well. So they're going to want to use all the evidence that they brought forward to make it very specific as to which of these offenses are impeachable offenses. And that's why they're going to start, I think, by defining what that is.
And then how will the hearing this week establish whether historical or constitutional standards are being met?
I think they're going to give us a little bit of a history lesson and talk about what are the specific offenses enumerated in the Constitution, which are treason, bribery, high crimes, and misdemeanors. If we kind of walk through those, even though a lot of folks think that the president's conduct has been treasonous, it's not really, because there's a very narrow definition of treason, which is levying war against the United States, etc. Bribery, closer call, because he is trying to use something of value, the $400 million in aid, to accomplish something. But I think the Republicans have a good argument against that, which is that bribery usually directed towards an individual for some kind of illegal act. This is towards a government, and arguably it's not really an illegal act, it's military aid or talking about corruption in general. So there is an analogy there, but a little bit weaker one. Big catch-all, falling into the high crimes, not defined in the Constitution, abuse of power. Looking at that, we have to look at what the framers' intent was. And they very specifically did not want the term maladministration in the Constitution, meaning we don't like the job you're doing a really lousy job, because they were afraid that that would be used for very overtly political means. So the lesson from that historically is the Democrats must focus on real misconduct, things that were done affirmatively wrong, not just areas where you might disagree with the president.
And will the Judiciary Committee, call back witnesses or perhaps even call new ones? Would it be a mistake if they don't?
I don't think it would be a mistake if they don't. They don't really need that at this point for the evidence of the impeachment articles. But it would be a good idea to keep things fresh in the American public's mind. Maybe they could go a little more high-tech, play some video clips, or they could have some select witnesses with real high points. That's the advantage you have by having done this sort of investigative inquiry. You know what are the strongest points.
Shan Wu, always good to see you. Thank you so much.
Good to see you, Fred.